Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Morning.
Evelyn. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And then I know that Michael is joining us for the first time, so there will be time for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little about what you do. So excited to hear about your role then.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here.
I know we all want to get started, but I got something I got to do. It's going to take me 60 seconds.
Yeah, you're good, Greg. No
Yes.
worries.
Thank you.
Hi, Terry.
Hi.
Storm, is that you? Have you blessed us on this meeting today?
Yes, I was sent this by Vonia, the Youth Advisory Board. So I was just checking it out, seeing what everything's about today. How you been? How's everyone been?
Good. Oh man, busy, but all good stuff. Hopefully we can catch you up today. We're going to be talking about the youth grant that we had previously applied for and received, and so kind of where we're at in that process. So you're in the right space to get those updates from folks, and we're excited that you're here. And hopefully we can see how to further collaborate, to support our youth that are system impacted. So good to have you here, Storm.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And then, Madam Chair and Sir Vice Chair, whenever you all are ready, let us know.
I'm ready.
Awesome. If Christian could press record, and we'll go ahead and get started.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our January 25th Yak Yab committee meeting. My name is Greg Snow. I'm the vice chair of this committee. I am with California Family Life Center program coordinator out here in Hemet. We have 3 youth centers that we operate here in Riverside County. Next, I would like to introduce Nikki DeLong, our chair. Take it away, Nikki.
Nikki, I think you're recording.
There. Yep, I couldn't get off
Unmuted.
mute. Sorry, guys. It's chilly out here. I had to get my sweatshirt. So, hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to the meeting. And yeah, this has been an exciting time for collaborations and everybody getting together. So, thank you for coming.
And Nikki, if you would just popcorn it to anybody that's on your screen.
Okay, so Teresa.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Teresa Ruiz. I work with the Public Defender's Office in Riverside County. I'm one of 3 social workers, part of the Spark unit. We serve in two. I can get my mouse over there. Let's do Carolyn. Caroline, good morning.
Hey, sorry, I think there's a lag. I hope everyone can hear me. Um, my name is Carolyn. I am the SoCal coordinator with California Youth Connection. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm excited to be here. I am, we're passing it to someone, right? Okay, so I'll pass it to Mar.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mario. Most of you probably know me as Mar by now. My pronouns are she, hers, and I'm the coordinator for the Continuum of Care. And I'll pass it to Monique.
Thank you, Mar. Good morning, everyone. My name is Monique Guerra. I'm the Homeless Youth Coordinator with Riverside County Continuum of Care. I am happy to be here. As you all know, when you need a link to someone, I will figure out who that someone is. So please feel free to reach out if you ever need any connections. And again, just to reiterate, we're doing introductions so that everyone is aware of who's in the room. If there's someone that comes up that you're like, hey, I need to connect with that person, folks feel free to put it in the chat, put your information, or if you want to do an introduction also in the chat, please go ahead and use it. I'll go ahead and put what we're doing so that everyone's aware, but please make at least one good connection today. Go team, and I will popcorn it to Storm.
All right, we just doing introductions on who we are and the organization, right? Sorry.
Yeah. Anything else you
Okay.
want to share is always welcome.
My name is Storm. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I'm from Starting Over Inc. We support folks that are unhoused and trying to navigate being unhoused. We also support folks in family reunification. We support folks in court support, and we have a new employment program. We don't have many youth, honestly, and I think we are also trying to look at what youth we can support. I think we're trying to open up that avenue, and so that's why I'm here today, to kind of just connect and see what folks have going on, and also offer any support that we can as well. Thank you.
Real quick, before you popcorn it, if you're not speaking, would you please mute your microphone? We hear background noise and can't hear very well. Thank you very much. I'll go ahead and choose your person.
Hi, my name is Patricia Charles, and I'm with Mercy House. I'm a Housing Solutions supervisor.
Well, I'm going to
Good
put
morning,
Ree on the
everyone.
call. Oh, all right. No worries.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeremy May. I'm the program coordinator for California Family Life Center in the Rubidoux Youth Opportunity Center.
Jeremy, what a quinky dink. We're going to need you later on. We have some questions if we can borrow your center for some YAB meetings. So if YAB is on, please feel free to connect with Jeremy to see if we can borrow his center.
All right. And then I'm picking, let's do Mr. Jones.
That be me, sir. Awesome. Good morning, everyone. William B. Jones, City of Riverside, Department of Housing and Human Services. I'm a part of the admin team, a data lead, all things tech, and I'm very excited to be here, a part of this. And with that said, I'll go ahead and pass it over to, let's see here. Did we get Sarah? Is it Sarah? I want to make sure I say it right.
Hi, I'm not sure if you're referring to me as Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah
Yes.
Mall. Hi, my name is Sarah Mall. Good morning, everyone. I'm from Helping Hearts Hewlin. I'm a case manager. And I will pass it on to, sorry, it's kind of hard to see everybody's names. Aaron.
Awesome. Great to be here with everyone. My name is Aaron, pronouns he, him, his, and I am from California Youth Connection. I'm a core organizer for the SoCal region. And I will pass it on to Ree.
Me? Okay, cool. Hi, my name is Ree Azamora. Pronouns are he, her, hers. I am one of your HUD TA for the Youth Homelessness Administration project. So I do programmatic TA with HUD, technical assistance, and I'm super stoked to be here. I'm based out of Spokane, and yeah, thanks for having me. Hands raised if you haven't done it yet. Keisha?
Hello,
My name is Kesia Jones. I'm with the Youth Opportunity Center in Indio. I'm the supervisor there. And we work with youth ages 16 to 24 with a huge focus on 18 to 24, prepping them for the work industry and trying to get them work experience. So if you have any youth in the area, please send them our way. Thank you.
There's a link down below.
And I don't know, maybe Aaron Palenko.
Oh, I just went.
Oh, sorry. Cassandra Willis.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Cassandra Willits. I'm the Director for Student and Family Support Services for the Corona Norco Unified School District. I oversee foster and homeless from the district level and then work with the sites to make sure that those students have what they need to be successful academically and emotionally. And so I'm just excited to be here. Welcome, everybody. Oh, I guess I have to pass it to someone, but I don't know who hasn't gone. I got on a little late. So if you haven't gone, raise your hand. There we go. Okay. Rivera. Is it Evelyn? I can't see the full name. Oh, yeah. Rivera is the last name, though. Go ahead.
You're muted. You're muted, Evelyn.
My bad. Okay, hi guys. Good morning, everyone. My name is Evelyn. My pronouns is she, her. I am from the YAB. So I am a YAB person with the lovely Miss Monique and Mar. Who do I choose now? Because there's 26 people. No, 31. Oh my goodness. How about Caroline?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Caroline Quintos. I'm from Oak Grove Center, part of the Thrive program. My role is housing navigator, and Thrive is the contracted provider for the independent living program in Riverside County for current and former youth in foster care or with experience in the juvenile justice system. And we we host workshops throughout the county. And I will pass to Michelle Gracia.
Thank you, Caroline. I'm Michelle. I'm the director for Aspirina Transitional Housing. Thank you. And I'll pass to, I think I saw Lucy.
Yes, hi, I'm Lucy Bustos. I'm with Riverside County Behavioral Health. I'm the CES lead. And I will pass it on to one of our youth partners, Young Me.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I am for YAB. Sorry, so a little sick right now. YAB internship. I'm here for Monique and Muriel, and pronouns are she, her, and I'll pass it on to who hasn't gone yet. I think it's Terry Steffens.
Yes, hi, thank you. My name is Terry Stevens, and I'm with TFLC, which is with Mr. Greg, and I'm also with YAB, which is with Miss Monique. And yeah, I would pass it to, yeah, I can't really see, Amar. Yeah.
Thanks, Ray. I've already gone, but some folks that haven't gone are Tanisha, Julia, Shauna, Rachel.
I think she
I think
passed
she
it
and
over.
Amir.
Did she? Oh, did she pass? Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. A lot of people switch up the pronunciations. My name is Amir. I'm with Talents Aloud Incorporated, the Bridge Wellness Center. That's pretty much. I'll pass it over to. I can't see hands. Whoever wants to take it next. If I'm not the last person.
I'll take it next. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rashana Walker. I am with Housing and Workforce Solutions. I am a supervising development specialist here with the Continuum of Care, working alongside Mar and Monique. And I will pass it along to Julia.
I knew you were going to choose me. Hi, Rashad.
You were next. You were
Hi,
next.
my name is Deputy Cruz, Julia Cruz. I'm with the countywide hot team for Riverside County Sheriff's Department.
Julia, what
and
is the hot team though? And what's one thing
hot
that we
team.
can debunk from you as law enforcement in a youth space? Sorry, Julia, I'm gonna throw it out there.
No, it's okay. So hot team is the homeless outreach team. We go countywide, so all over the county, and it's kind of a specialized assignment where they choose deputies that have a certain type of personality that do better with socializing with homeless people, youth, just more of a counselor type of attitude. So don't be afraid to talk to us if you have any questions. We're pretty friendly. I just got a new partner, but he's not here right now. So does that answer your question? Or? Okay. Did Rachel go yet?
Nope, I haven't. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Rachel Babcock, and I'm with the California Family Life Center. I'm the business and resource specialist here, and I assist with a lot of different projects and programs that we have going on. I will go ahead and pass it to Twanisha Wilson.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Glad to be here. My name is Twanisha Wilson. I'm the one-stop operator from Equus Workforce Solutions. I am the individual, kind of like the liaison between our partners and the County of Riverside. I'm the person that gets all the information out into the community. Everything that's going on within Riverside County pretty much comes through me, and I send that information out to all our partners. So if anyone has any information they want to share, I'm the go-to person. Thank you. I'll go ahead and pass it over to Danielle.
Hello, I'm Danielle. I go by my pronouns. I go by she and her. I'm a YAB member, but I also work for XPX Youth and Family Services. I'm a youth mentor. I work in the schools with youth. We have a lot of services for our community and our youth to where they can work on themselves even after high school if they want to go to college. And we have many other services for low-income families as well. And we do a lot of community organizer work too. So yeah. I'm going to pass it to, is it Peterson, Michael?
You got it. Thank you. So my name is Michael Peterson. It's my first time here, so I'll sort of expand on what I do and who I am. So I'm the Executive Director for Adult Education and Community Initiatives at Riverside Community College District. So the main kind of push of what I
Michael, you're muted. I'm so
You hit the
sorry.
mute button.
Muted.
Oh, you guys just missed the best spiel ever. I apologize.
No.
All right. No, my name is Michael Peterson. I'm the Executive Director for Adult Education and Community Initiatives here at Riverside Community College District. Pronouns are he, him, his. And I just put something in the chat that explains a lot of what I do, which is we offer non-credit courses. So these are tuition-free courses, everything from English as a second language to computer programming to accounting. Anybody can take these courses for free. And you get a non-credit certificate if you complete them. So that's sort of my main job, but I also oversee high school articulation for the district, community initiatives, which is like our College for Kids program that we're going to run for our second summer. Last year was our first summer doing College for Kids. I'd love to connect with some of you on that to make sure that we get some folks that maybe are in your world involved in our College for Kids this summer. I would love that. Because it's free. So I would love to make sure that I'm connecting folks with our College for Kids that are the ones who maybe could most benefit from it or who would really kind of enjoy that experience the most. And then I also oversee our foster youth initiatives. So our director for foster youth left a few months ago. We're exploring ways to refill that position. I'll just be forthright and frank, budgeting's tight, so that's our main flux. So if you know of any sources of potential grant opportunities for community colleges, please let me know, because it's really important for us to have a lot of representation for that here at the district. So, ooh, I see somebody sent me a message, so I'm going to follow up with that. So thank you very much, Ms. Morris. I appreciate you. Okay, I've been long-winded enough. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Oh, and I will popcorn it too. Who's got their hand raised? Connie.
Hi, everyone. I'm Connie with RUHS Family Planning, Public Health. We do a lot of services for the youth, and we provide what's called teen clinics at all of our county locations, where 12 to 26-year-olds can come into our clinics and without an appointment, completely confidential, no insurance needed or adult needed as well. They can come in to get services for STD checks, pregnancy checks, birth control, emergency contraception, and condoms. We provide a lot of services and education. We go out to the community at the middle schools and high schools and provide education for reproductive health. And we also work alongside YAB a lot, and we provide a lot of services for our youth as much as we can to reach as many kiddos that we can. So please, if you ever have any questions or would like some more information on where to send your youth for any services they may need, please let me know. And I will pass it on. I'm sorry, I can't see names. The next person. Oh, Benita.
Hi, my name is Benita Turner. I'm in the YB program with Monique, and I think that's it. Oh yeah, and pronouns are she, her. Do I pass it on to someone?
Yes, Benita, if you see someone with their hand up, feel free to call them.
I can't see hands, but did Connie H already go?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's Erin.
I can go next. Thanks, Benita. My name is Erin Rutherford. I use she, her pronouns, and I am here as a HUD programmatic TA provider alongside my colleague Reed. Nice to be with you all.
And with that, I don't think we have any more hands up, do we? No, I think Erin was it. Unless there's somebody out there that did not get to introduce themselves. We'd love to hear from you if we didn't.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, sorry, I had my hand up, but I think it got put down. My name is Maria Arnold. I am the program manager for the Parent Support and Training Program with Riverside University Health System Behavioral Health with Children and TAY Services. We provide free education to families and youth, mental health classes, parenting classes, support with IEPs in schools and parents who are CPS involved. All free services. So it's nice to see you all.
Good morning, Greg. This is Sonia Lamas. I just checked in on the phone. I'm sorry.
Good morning, Sonia. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Rainbow Marler with Operation Safe House.
And I think Ty is also on.
Good morning.
Hey, Ty, welcome. Is that Ty Tyson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good to have you on. And if there are no others that have not given their intros, we're going to move on into our second item on the agenda, our consent items. For the December 21st meeting notes, we're looking for a motion to approve those minutes. And if you were a member of this group, you are able to put forward the motion.
I'll make a motion. Sonia Lamas, the Lamas Project.
Thank you, Sonia. How about a second from anybody?
Michelle Gracia, second.
Thank you, Michelle. On to our third item is the public comments. And I'm not sure, Mar, if we had anything that was online that's been submitted. We'll see if those are there first. If not, we'll move to anybody else out there.
No, we did not receive anything in our inbox.
Thank you, Mara.
Mhm.
And then again, open that up for anybody else on any public comments. It's not like for a presentation, but just comments public wise. With that, we'll move on again to part 4 on the agenda of our old business. I want to introduce Ree Morris with she's our TA, one of our TAs with HUD, working with us on the YHDP CCP process right now. Something very, very important to us, to this group. I feel blessed to have so many young people with us today because we are here representing those folks. So Ree, take it away.
Awesome, thanks so much. Hey y'all, thank you for having us here. And I want to echo Greg. I'm so stoked with how many members are here today. I'm so glad that y'all are here. So am I able to screen share? Is that like
Yes,
a thing?
you can screen share me, or if you want me to pull up anything, let me know.
Oh, I've got it pulled up and ready to go. I
Oh,
just want
awesome.
to kind of show y'all the kind of project tracker for where we are right now. So Greg threw around a lot of oh my gosh, I haven't had coffee yet. Sorry, friends.
Acronyms.
So I am I am a technical assistant working alongside with Aaron, who's here as well, with HUD for the Youth Homelessness Demonstration Project. So the CCP, which is really what we're working on right now, is your coordinated community plan. And so that is the plan that we need to have written by March 20th, ideally. Fingers crossed we're going to get there. And that is really the plan for how your community is going to use these funds that you received from this award from HUD, right? So you got, I think it was $7.4 million, and we are working, every weekly, daily, really, to get this pulled together. Y'all are doing really incredible, good work. And so as a part of that, we have this little, let me get you the window, project plan, there it is. All right, so this is a little project plan that we can follow. Can y'all see that?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes.
It looks good.
All right, cool. Sorry, it's going kind of slow on my end this morning. So as you can see, we've kind of got this checklist that at a glance, where are we? What are the milestones where we need to be? It is January. You'll see we do have a few things that we do not have completed yet that we are working on around your coordinated community plan. It does look like, and I'm super excited to see that we've worked through getting those key partnerships really charted out and gotten folks together. And we're doing our working groups, which I'm actually going to ask Monique or Mar to talk a little bit about, because there's been some restructuring around that. And I want them to be able to really, they can more cleanly talk y'all through how that process is going to work. But for right now, you'll see we're in December. I mean, we're in January. Goodness gracious, we're in January. We have quite a few things still that we need to get kind of finalized and worked on. Now, I see that I'm sure you can see we've got the mission and vision, statement of need, goals, objectives, and action steps, partner chart, and governance structures. That is 5 things. That's a lot of things. I want to be clear. Do not freak out. I'm gonna actually stop screen sharing. In fact, we're gonna just have it be me looking at y'all in your face and telling you that I am a part of a firm that's doing this work across the country. It may feel like y'all are super far behind. You really aren't. So do not freak out. This is very just kind of a common pace, right, for getting through the sheer volume of work that we have to do. That being said, we are hoping to set a goal that we are going to be able to, this next meeting, next February 29th, be able to bring a first draft. So those of you who are in the work groups, I want your ears to perk up when you hear me say that. We are asking to set a goal that we're going to get kind of the first draft together, ready to be presented to your Yak Yab space by the February 29th meeting. Also, all of those components that we're working to finalize and approve, right? So again, there were 5 of them. We're looking at your partner chart, your governance structure, your mission and vision, your statement of need, and your goals, objectives, and action steps. All of those things, you have small groups that are getting together throughout every week that are working to really get the get it written out, get it designed, get it drafted. That's happening weekly. I am going to turn that over to, again, Monique or Mar to kind of talk through, because there's been some restructuring of how that might look in order to allow for more equity, frankly, for youth and young adult partners to be able to attend. When you have 5 different meetings, it's really hard for any one of us to make 5 different meetings. And we really want to really continue supporting youth and young adult partners in showing up into every space. You have partners being in all rooms. And so I'm going to take a pause there. And Monique, I see you, so I'm passing it to you. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass it to Mar, and then Mar, you let me know what you want me to supplement. Just if you're able to pull up either the agenda where we have all the working groups, or something that folks can visually see, so that they can see the working groups, the dates, the times, and even if you want to, as you pull that up, I can start explaining kind of how we combine some of them. Okay, so
Sure.
folks, and again, during the duration of this meeting, we'll share lots of links in the chat, right, to show you all Google Drives, agendas, where information is located, and then just more around YHGP. And so just for folks that are new to the space, that are learning or hearing about YHGP, or if you're rejoining these meetings, right, we were awarded $7 million for to end youth homelessness. And so how we're going to do that is exactly why we're in this space and in this meeting, is to figure out, right, collectively, with our YAB members and our youth partners, right, leading this initiative to really inform and shape, right, what it is that we need in the community, and what kind of housing options, and what does that programming look like. And what we've loved about YHGP is that, one, it does allow for that youth partner space, and for them to lead, right, based on a lot of lived expertise, right, that's in the room. And so we're excited to see kind of the collaboration between our educational partners, our community agencies and programs, the organizations that join, youth partners, right, that have experienced our systems of care, as well as, right, workforce. So making sure that we are coming together to see, like, what is our communal need. We're looking at different data sets. We're looking at, right, how are we going to put this together, right? We're running it by YAB members, and YAB members are involved in all of the working groups. But from that, we saw that there were a lot of working groups, right? Meaning folks that are doing some of that work to create the larger the coordinated community plan. Thank you, Mar. So if you see here, these are all of the working groups. What we did was we combined a few of them. So if you were a part of statement of need, or data, or draft, you are all now in one working group. And it makes sense, because if you're involved with the data portions of looking at, right, what is the need, looking at what demographics are being served or underrepresented, right, then you have a better understanding of what is going to be written in the statement of need. And then you should be a part of that drafting process. So we've put all of those folks in one. And then if you were a part of mission and vision, right, or goals and objectives, they're intersected, and right, for the most part, we were talking about all of these goals and what, programming would look like. And also we want youth partners to not feel like they have to attend a ton of meetings, right? Because some of them do have interest. A lot of folks have interest in many working groups. So if you were a part of goals and objectives, mission and vision, those two are together. And then we did keep community outreach separate, as well as education. Education is led by Megan, who, as you all have probably seen in the chat, we've brought Megan up. Megan's out doing some travels and doing amazing work in other communities. So we are super happy to have her on our working group. And so she does an amazing job at letting us know, right, data that is going to become available that we're going to be able to look at, but also, right, she's really supported our community in bringing in all of these educational partners, and then amongst our community outreach group, we've done a lot of that outreach to say, hey, folks like Michael, which came from Kim Thomas, right, we're like, hey, we're missing this folks, how do we bring them into this space? So thank you all for all the work that you all have done in all of these working groups thus far. And again, our hope, like Reese said, is that we will have a draft that we can all look at in February on that topic. I know that there's a lot of questions around, are we doing in person? We will get to that. But yes, we will be hopefully looking at a draft by February 29th, which is our next Youth Advisory Committee meeting. And what Mara is sharing are the Google Drives to all of the working groups. So if you are in a working group, you have not yet had a chance to look at the Google Drive, or if you don't have the Google Drive for one of the other working groups that you're interested in, please let us know and we can send you that information. And then Mara will also drop it in the chat for folks if you want to just have those open on your computer. And what's important about the Google Drive is that that's where all the information is. And even outside of this one, Mara can share the one where we have all of the general YHDP information. So if you're trying to look at the application that we submitted, or you know what are eligible activities right under YHDP, all of that information is also in the Google Drive. And again, just because it's most accessible for folks, and Youth Partners able to access it, you know, from any of their devices as well. But if you're having trouble seeing any of the Google Drive, let Mara or I know, and we can go over that during our YAB meeting today as well. So if you are in this group, you probably also attend, right, maybe some of the working groups. But if you're like, hey, I'm new to this space, where do I join? Which one should I join? One recommendation is round of applause because you are here, and you are already getting involved. And then 2 is we do have core team meetings on Wednesday. So if you do have time in your schedule for a Wednesday 10 a.m. meeting every week, every Wednesday we meet, feel free to join as your schedule permits. Again, what we've learned from Rhea is, you know, being a whole human. And so that means it's okay, you know, if you're taking your lunch and you're taking a meeting, it's okay if you have to step away. It's okay if you can't make every meeting. We try to do our best to go over all the information in every meeting space, and bring folks up to speed, always taking into account if there's new youth partners or new youth providers. So if you do have time for those Wednesday meetings, let us know and we can get you hooked up on there. And so what's cool about the Wednesday meetings is that all of the working groups will come to that meeting and provide updates about what they've been working on in their working group. And then, right, how do we collectively take those updates and work on things, right, as a larger group. And then we bring them all to this Youth Advisory Committee meeting and give you all an update. So no matter what space you're in, you will get the information needed and you will get those updates. But again, if you are thinking, how do I join any of these working groups? Data is always a good working group. I mean, in that group, you'll be a part of, you know, looking at the data. If you're someone who can provide data, that's not data that the county collects wide in through our HMIS system, our Homeless Management Information System, or if you're not an agency that utilizes that system, right, to input your information or client information or who you're serving, right, then please feel free to join our data group. In that you will also be a part of the statement of need and drafting. If you're an educational partner, please join the educational subcommittee. Michael, I already sent you the link for today's meeting. So folks, reminder, there is a educational working meeting today at 4 o'clock. And then for YAB members, I do know that we have a YAB meeting that is overlapping, and we did let Megan know, and we will chat further offline. I know that some of you all are involved in that working group, so we'll try to figure out scheduling. And then we can talk to Rhea after as well, maybe. But if you are an educational partner or you're interested in education, please join today's meeting at 4 o'clock. And then if you're like, I just want to get started on like the CCP, then please feel free to join the Mission and Vision, Goals, Objectives, Action Steps working group. And again, you can put it in the chat if you're like, hey, I want to join this group, or if you don't have information. And then our team will, during the duration of the meeting, go through the chat and make sure that you have all the information, all the meeting links, calendar invites, Google Drives, any information that you need. And if you're like, you know, I'm not quite getting it still, no worries. You are always welcome to reach out to myself or Mar, and we can set up some time and meet with you and catch you up to speed, and make sure that you are connected. Any questions around working groups or items like that? And then Mar, feel free to add anything that you got.
Sure. I guess first, does anyone have any questions? I know that was a lot, and there's a lot to show.
So the links you're gonna send to the chat as well to us if we ask for it via email?
Yes, I dropped some of them, but if you want me to email them to you directly, I could. I put the email COCYouth@ribco.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. And I could be able to reach through these text messages to go through the websites, right? Even if we're not on the live chat.
I know if you have Teams, you should be able to, like if you have the app.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
if not,
Awesome.
everyone just, yeah, you have my email.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, even if you, when you signed in on for this meeting here, that they're all in that listed in there. So.
Thank you guys. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
thanks, Greg. All right. If there's no questions, I think we're good. The only other thing I was going to mention is that I can drop the Google form for joining the core teams, just so we have
Yes,
everyone on
thank
that
you,
form.
Mar.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
worries.
I was
Okay.
going to ask if we could do that.
Yeah, of
And
course.
particularly also, I noticed that during our intro, sorry, I think there might be a lag. Are we good?
We can hear you fine.
We're good. Okay. Okay, cool. I was gonna ask because I noticed during our intro part this morning, there are quite a few education partners on this call, aside from Michael, who I have not heard before, heard their names. So if you are an education partner, so working with any of the colleges, any of the K through 12, and you are in this space, if you could please drop your name and email to me in the chat so we can get you connected with Megan Atchison or Megan Johnson. It depends on what email you will get an email from her on. She recently got married. But we do want to make sure and get y'all connected. We know that in terms of the kind of education side that we have been really, really trying to connect with education partners around Riverside. So again, if you are here and an ed partner who has not talked to Megan previously, if you could drop your contact information for me, we'll get an email going today because I just want to make sure to get her connected with y'all. She is out, like Monique said, on work travel, but we'll be at the meeting this afternoon.
Well, thanks, Bree. Did you want to move on to the next item, or were there any other updates for project timeline? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we have listed on here on old business, the YHDP CCP on-site training debrief. For me, many of you on this call right now were at that on-site training back at the beginning of January 4th and 5th. What a fantastic time. What a great time to get together and really start that brainstorming process that we're all into right now, deep into right now. I'd have to say I came away with, I think people picked up on my references to Forrest Gump, because no matter what happened to Forrest Gump, what happened afterwards? Forrest Gump always prevailed. He always got back up. He always got back on his feet. So no matter what we do with the folks that we're servicing here, we need to keep that in the front of our mind, is just keep getting back up. Just keep moving, keep going. I also came away with a couple of new youth for our program from that training session. So it was fantastic. There's a few that have been on this call that have been part of our program, but I was able to connect with a couple of more, which is fantastic. Because again, we're a solution for some of the challenges that they face. So it was a fantastic day. Everybody was so attentive. Yeah, so I just want to again welcome anybody that wants to get into something like that again in the future. Feel free to get yourself signed up for it. Outside of that, I don't know if anybody else wanted to share anything, Ree or Monique or anybody that was there. Feel free to put in your 2 cents.
It was amazing, Greg, and thank you very much for hosting us, providing a lot of that food, just the space, the accommodations. Thank you. It was amazing.
Well, I'm telling you, on the food part, you make some peanut butter chocolate things that were just to die for. So I have been on a diet since, and I'm going to continue that path. But thank you.
And then I think I saw Evelyn's
Same
hand.
here, Craig. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, Sonia. Sorry. Go ahead, Sonia,
No,
Evelyn,
keep going. You can get it right now. I just want to say thank you always. Okay, bye.
I wanted to say thank you to both Greg and Nikki. You guys were beautiful hostess. I really appreciate the hospitality, like someone said in the comments, as well as just the overall experience. It was really nice to meet everyone and see the new opportunities I was able to get. It was a really nice time. I had fun. So I would love to do that again, you know?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it again.
Wish granted.
There's some more coming, so that's for sure. Whether or not it's hosted here, we have to make a decision that where we would like to do this live meeting again. With that, thank you again for all those accolades because it was a good day, fun time.
Greg.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing. I don't know, this might be my fault. It might be on the agenda and I didn't see it, and apologies. But if you were present for the last onsite, there was mention of a 3-part series of trainings that will be upcoming. That has not been forgotten about. That is still on the books. We do have, I'm sure there will be some more information about that. Again, I'm looking at this as old business, so it may be upcoming on this agenda. But just for those who were there, I just wanted to make sure you all know we totally didn't forget. It is still a thing that's going to happen. And I want to echo Aaron's comment, Greg. I mean, just all of you cannot thank you enough for how wonderful that space was, how engaged everyone was in the space. Like sometimes you get on these on-sites and people get scared to talk, and like that was not a problem for County Riverside, and we loved it. And so just wanted to thank you for your hospitality and willingness to show up and do this work with us.
Yeah, and thank you to our TAs again, Aaron, Ree, Megan, Gary, Isaiah. I mean, everybody that's involved in this process. Honestly, I don't know how we as just really a group of volunteers could pull this off, but I think we're definitely getting things accomplished. Again, thank you so much.
And
anybody
Greg,
else? Yeah.
I had asked Mar if maybe we can. Oh, just kidding. We're having technical issues. But if folks are interested, we'll drop the link to the Google Drive if everyone is comfortable with it, to show the flip charts that we worked on. Right. So beside having a great time and having lots of fun and hearing right from a lot of folks with lived experience, especially from our youth partners who led amazing discussions around right gaps for folks that are system impacted, gaps coming out of foster care or child welfare. Right. We created amazing flip charts, did a lot of activities around, right, what does our current system of care look like? What do we currently have available? And then what an ideal system look like? And one of the really cool activities that we did was, right, if in 10 years we ended youth homelessness and had to come up with a newspaper, right, what does that look like? Who's on the cover? What is the title? Right. And not to toot my own horn, but I was in a group where I think we called it like the dream team. Oh, there it is. This is the dream team. So if you can't see it, Mar, is there a way to make it bigger? I just need to make sure that it is maximized on everyone's screen right now. So thank you so much, Evelyn, for the amazing artwork and Mar. But this was a really cool one because, right, we wanted to make sure that it had a date, right, of January 2034. So y'all see me running for some sort of political seat in 2034. And then we are the dream team and make youth homelessness a thing of the past. Boom. Anyway, not to toot my own horn because I know everyone did amazing jobs. So if anyone else wants to share about theirs, we'll pull it up real quick. And I think it adds to the debrief of like, what did we do during that in-person meeting space? And again, folks, please stay tuned because we will tell you more about the next in-person meeting that we're doing and then discussion around the logistics for that. And we'll have more time to plan to make sure that we do get everyone out there to participate and have a great time.
You can toot your horn, yeah, you can toot your horn, Monique. My group even are on ours.
The fantastic thing about this day was the participation of our youth. Again, their voices are getting shouted out in all these images. They're the ones that are going to get this accomplished. We're the ones that are just helping guide like we should be doing. making sure that the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, but it really is truly about their work. Because again, as Monique mentioned, want to make it a thing of the past, no doubt. Thank you for that. These are some great images.
Also, I saw that Young Me, your hand was up. Did you have anything you wanted to share?
Oh yeah, I just typed it in the chat. I was gonna say is that I'm very grateful for the experience that I made. I met some old and new connections, and therefore we're here to make a change and exchange new ideas. As far as that, I'm very excited to meet, like I said, just the things that we made, the events, and hopefully we can continue from moving on. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move on into the new business. I'd like to introduce Carolyn Travis. She is our Community Advocate Coordinator with the California Youth Center here in Riverside.
Hey everyone, thank you. It's a California Youth Connection, and we're statewide, but thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. I am the Community Advocacy Coordinator for the SoCal area. And so we kind of just wanted to give a brief presentation kind of about what we do. And I will pass it over to Aaron, my colleague.
Awesome. Happy to be here with you guys. My name is Aaron. I am a core organizer for the SoCal region. And so I assist Carolyn with a lot of the good work that we do down here. And I'll begin by going over what our mission and vision are for California Youth Connection. Awesome. So the mission of CYC is to be a youth-led organization that develops and grows leaders who empower each other in our communities. And we want to transform the foster care and intersecting systems through community-led organization, legislative policy, and practice change. And then going into our vision, we hope that all foster youth will be equal partners in contributing to all policies and decisions made in their lives. So all foster youth in care will have their needs met and the support to grow into healthy and vibrant adults. Awesome. And then I will pass it on to Carolyn to talk about our community roles.
Thank you. So as you just heard, right, CYC really is made up of young people who are system impacted. So whether that's experience with the foster care system or the juvenile justice system, our membership is really the base of our community. And so members are anyone who's had lived experience in the system or have been system impacted, who's between the ages of 14 and 24. And they really decide the direction of CYC and what kind of advocacy and changes that we pursue. And so we also have peer mentors who are part of our community. So that's anyone who was a member, but who is now 25 to 27. They can come back and really support the leadership of our current members. And so those are kind of we're really just like a lot of like our organizing work is developed out of people with lived experience. That's like the foundation of how CYC started, which we'll share a little bit and we'll share a little bit soon. We also have supporters. So if you're an adult or an ally and you want to support the work that young people are already doing, we have roles, different roles and ways to get involved and support members in our chapters in our region. Our board of directors, at least 51% of them have to be former foster youth. And so CYC is really has integrated young people with lived experience into our professional roles and leadership. So I think that's like one thing that's really unique that I really appreciate since I've worked with CYC. I'm a staff, so my role is kind of to help really build out chapters and help other folks who are also impacted really make the changes that they want to see in child welfare. And so Riverside is one of our counties within the larger SoCal region. Mara, maybe if you want to go to the next slide. Yeah, sweet, thanks. So SoCal is the dark purple, and then LA is kind of its own region. But we're a statewide organization, so we do have chapters and regions across the state of California. And specifically, though, for the SoCal area, our counties include Riverside, San Bernardino, Orange County, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and San Diego. So this is kind of we're a small team, but we also have another core organizer, Evelyn. So we'll have our contact at the end, but if you are interested in learning more, you can definitely reach out. And yeah, I will pass it to Erin to share a little bit about how we got started.
Awesome. So here's just a brief timeline of how our organization really started from the grassroots up. So beginning in 1988, there were 17 current and former foster youth that got together that decided that they wanted to create change. So they formed an organization here in California surrounding youth ages 14 to 24. So by the beginning of the following year in 1989, there were 5 CYC chapters and 85 members. In 1990, they held their first statewide membership meeting, and in 1991, they had their first annual statewide conference. In 1992, CYC members proposed their first legislation to the state, and in 1993, they held their first day at the Capitol. And then in 1995, the statewide office is open and they hire their first 2 staff. And so that's a little bit about how we started, but I also want to get into what we do now in our current organization roles. So here we have our campaign. So what we do with these campaigns is we formulate ongoing issues throughout our regions, and then collectively as a state. This is our current campaign for this year, for 2024, known as SAFE, or System Accountability for Everyone. So these are proposed of 5 statewide priorities that we've held through listening sessions with youth with lived experience that are concerning areas in our chapter meetings that have also resonated with everyone throughout the state. So beginning with system accountability, placement safety and culture, foster youth rights, transitional resources and support, and housing. These are all the issues that we highlighted and that we hope to work on this year and present to legislators, as well as working on practice change here within our regions. And I will pass it back to Carolyn.
Thank you. If you want to go to the next slide. So we kind of just wanted to lift up some current advocacy opportunities and initiatives that we're doing. So currently, if folks aren't aware, the governor's budget proposal for 2025 came out, and on that proposal was cuts towards funding in the SILP program as well as the FERS program. So just for context, SILP is Supervised Independent Living Placement, and it's part of AB 12, which is Extended Foster Care. And that's a bill that CYC also helped pass. And what that does is give sort of like a guaranteed basic income to young people who are aging out of foster care up until the age 21. And this is funding that goes directly to young people. So it's not like it's going to an organization or it's being funneled indirectly through services. This is money that's going directly to young people to be able to have some financial stability and housing support. And so that's funding. The governor proposed to cut funding on SILP as well as FERS, which is a mental health support system that is tailored specifically for youth in foster care and system impacted folks. And so we'll be having an op-ed session actually later today as part of our chapter meeting space to really uplift young people's voices and help folks learn how to write an op-ed and how make impacts in advocacy through letter writing. And we are also, one of our priorities that came out of the San Bernardino and Riverside chapter spaces was an equitable resource distribution. So we've noticed, right, a pattern of a lot of times folks who are aging out of care, they have access to a lot of different resources, but the folks who've been maybe in KinGap or they were adopted or put into guardianship placement earlier in their time in care don't have access to the same types of transitional resources and supports or the same types of educational funding. And so this is something that our members really lifted up as being a priority area. So we are currently in this part of the year, our January phase is really campaigning and strategizing about how we can make these changes either through policy or legislation or practice on how we can make resources more equitably distributed and also support youth who are aging out of care. So that's a little bit about some of the current work that we're doing. I'm going to go to the next slide. And we have events throughout the year. So we have a summer conference and a day at the Capitol. Day at the Capitol is pretty much a chance for members to go up to Sacramento and speak with representatives about and legislators about what they feel should be changed, what sorts of issues that we're seeing. And so we have a lot of different opportunities for our members to engage and grow in their leadership. And let's see. The other big one that we do is the quarterly directors meeting. So that is pretty much, we have quarterly meetings with CDSS, which is the California Department of Social Services, and are able to advocate for changes that we need to see in our region or locally. And so there's a lot of opportunity for folks to really advocate and also make those connections to people in power and make sure that their voice and their experience is heard. So yeah, I will pass it back to Aaron.
Cool. So just going to get into the several councils and committees that are built into CYC that members can be a part of. So these groups not only ensure that members are part of setting organizational decisions, but also getting to be a part of making those decisions in the decision-making process as well. So generally, members are asked to serve at least a year term in any of these committees. So beginning with our member executive commission or MEC, these guys make sure that members are part of administrative decision making in CYC. So essentially making sure that CYC operates in line with its values. And then next we have our policy and ledge committee. These folks work with, or these members are actually elected by other CYC members in the region. And they work close with the policy team to set CYC's statewide legislative and policy agenda for the year. The training committee works closely with the directors of training and other staff to plan for the growth of the training department. So they provide recommendations on how training can meet CYC's advocacy goals and develop the internal and external trainings. COM, or communications, works with the communications team to ensure the inner organization and outside communication. And then lastly, but not least, we have our special initiative task force. These members work with folks with lived JJ experience to transform the juvenile justice system as well. And so members can become a part of these committees by staying connected with their CAC, co-organizers and others in our local meetings. And you also see these application links for the committees on our CYC Linktree when the application opens up. And Marv, can you pass it to the next slide? Awesome. And so how you guys can get involved. So for SoCal, we host chapter meetings every 2 weeks. So we actually have one today. Those will be held every Thursday at 4. And so if you are interested, you can go ahead and scan that QR code to the right, and that will take you to our interest form, as well as we have a membership form as well. And then I'll pass it to Carolyn to finish us off.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, so as Aaron said, we do have regular chapter meetings. We also have a coffee hour if folks still want to learn more or are unsure if they're interested in advocacy. We host monthly coffee hours every third Tuesday of the month, and yeah, it's that's kind of just a brief overview of CYC, but if y'all had any questions, this is our contact information, or I'd be more than happy to answer now. I see your hand raised, Nikki.
Of course, you know me. So your coffee hours, where are those located?
So they're virtual, but also in person. So we already had one for this month, and it was at Irvine Valley College. So next month, we're still coordinating on where that's going to be, but it is kind of pending. So I will keep you updated, though, once we do have a location set.
Thank you. And then the QR code. Do you have flyers that you use for recruitment of the young adults? Could we get some of those? Monique, would you be able to or Mar, would you guys be able to email those out to us so that we could maybe get some youth participants? And then third question, sorry, not trying to monopolize here, but you said you cover Riverside. Do you mean Riverside County, or are you more focused on the city of Riverside?
It's all of Riverside County. Yeah, these are great questions. Thank you.
Yeah, and then just a general comment. I love that you're working on the reentry for the Kin Gap, stuff like that. I don't know how many times that I struggle trying to get a youth reentered who's homeless and they don't qualify because they were adopted too young or Kin Gap too late. And so, yeah, anything we can do to assist on that, count me in.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's definitely, I think, a big part of our work, right, is recognizing where there's these gaps and how we can do systems transformation to make sure that those inequities aren't continuing on. But yeah, if no one has any other questions, we appreciate the time, and thank you for letting us have a space to present a little bit about what we do.
Thank you, Carolyn.
That was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Next on the agenda, item B under there on the new business is the California Workforce Association Youth Conference. And right there on the screen, Mar has it up on there. This is a really unique time. I'm fortunate, Rachel's fortunate, Jeremy's fortunate. Some of you others that are on this call are fortunate enough to get to attend this conference with young people from our centers. It's a 1.5 day conference, promises to be transformative experiences for all of our participants with a wide range of innovative workshops, keynote speakers sure to leave them energized and inspired. This youth summit's not your average conference. It's an opportunity for the youth to connect with their colleagues from across the state and to acquire those essential leadership skills that will help you succeed in today's economy and beyond. So we take great pride in offering this special task force designed, California Workforce Association, CWA, specifically for those young program participants. Again, our group, the 16 to 24-year-olds. So we're going to be heading out here on the 6th and 7th, I'm not mistaken, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, for 2 days of some innovative and some energizing activities. This summit is something that's hosted annually through the CWA, and the young people that get to attend it, again, they are the leaders in our centers. They are the voices in the state with the 56 counties here in California. We get youth that get represented all across the state. So Long Beach will be a good time. As I mentioned before, Rachel's going to be leading our groups from all 3 of our centers in their activities there in Long Beach. The providers, or the staff, we're there to learn as well, learn from other leaders in the community about the opportunities that will present it to these young folks. So with that, any questions on the CWA? Anybody ever get to go to these conferences in the past?
I don't think I've ever gotten the information for them, if you want to share that too.
Yeah, well, we do a lot with it since we are the 6 centers in Riverside County. We do a lot of work at moving young people forward through workforce, through the job training programs, through the available employment opportunities made to each and every one of them that come into our program. That's what we're about, is education and job training. So this is a really neat way for these people to come together and share their experiences, offer their suggestions. It's just a really great time. They will have a lot of fun. And Long Beach is a really, if anybody's ever been down there, we're right at the heart right there of the bay. So, we got Bubba Gump's, my favorite Forrest Gump restaurant, right down the street. We've got the convention center. We've got the Aquarium of the Pacific. We got a lot of visual stuff that's on the outside, all for the work that we're going to be doing on the inside. So it'll be a good time. With that, I know Ree had to jump off. She had another meeting, but she was going to share with us some about the YHDP trainings for the youth and our older youth partners. And I don't know if Monique or Mar has any information on that yet. I know Ree was going to try and share something with us, but she did have to get to another meeting. Anything from Monique?
If not, I can fill in as well.
Okay.
So, okay, no. Sorry, everyone. So I don't know the dates off the top of my head, but I know towards the end of February, March, and April, our HUD TA, HUD technical assistant wants to hold a training for both youth and older adult partners. And I believe we're thinking about having them in person or virtually. The plan is still up in the air, but we just wanted to bring this to light. We'll have more dates and details closer to the next meeting, next YAC meeting on February 29th. So that's all I can share for now, but maybe we can circle back to this item once Monique is back on.
Sure. Thanks,
Are there
Mark.
any questions about it though? Oh, Monique.
I'm
Save
back
me.
on. I'm always triple tasking. No, I'm just kidding. There was a youth call, but no worries.
You're
I
good.
gotta get with some of y'all after this call. Upcoming YHDP trainings for youth and older partners. Yes. So part of it, right, is the trainings that we'll go over. Hold on, let me regroup. These are the trainings that Bree was talking about. So if you all were at the in-person meeting, you all heard Bree talk about there's a 3-part training series. And I thought, if everyone is interested and if the entire community will benefit from it, then we can utilize, as some of you all may or may not be familiar, the COC hosts monthly webinars on multidisciplinary approach series to ending homelessness. Right. And it's on different topics, right? How do you get your clients connected to Medi-Cal services, housing support program, DPSS programs, anything that's relevant in relation to what folks are experiencing a lack of or need additional support in to continue to support, right, the folks that we walk alongside. So in that, we're going to utilize 3 of the webinar meetings for the month of February, March, and April to be able to do that 3-part series. It'll look a little different depending on how our TAs put those trainings together. I believe, and please let me know if I'm outspoken, Mar or Ree, but Ree will be working with Azaya. Azaya is one of our other HUD TAs who works closely with our Youth Action Board. They will be on our YAB meeting today, and we will discuss some trainings with YAB. And so YAB is also going to be participating in a so I guess the thought process was, sorry, Mar, I'm trying to think.
No, you're
So
good.
this is right
Everything
for
right
like
now.
February 29th,
Mhm.
or is it for the webinars? What are we discussing with folks?
I just mentioned to keep it in mind that we have trainings coming up at the end of the month for February, March, and April, but the details still haven't been worked out yet. But yes,
Got it.
it'll be for youth and our older adult partners through RE and Isaiah.
Okay, so that's one item is we'll do webinars,
Mhm.
and you'll see folks, the calendar invites go out for those dates once they're confirmed, and then you'll see the flyer be uploaded once we have that information around the specific trainings that will be provided during those webinars. And so you'll get the flyer as usual with what those topics are, who are the presenters, and then please let us know if you have any more questions around that. The other thing, and we will send out an email with more details. Great, Mar. And then the other item was, Greg, Nikki, we're having the in-person Yak Yab meeting, right, as part of our quarterly hybrid meetings. And so folks, if you all were on for the for the December meeting, we voted on creating in-person quarterly. Thank you, Mar. Oh, yes. Oh, and this is me. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got this.
perfect. Let me know when you want me to pull up the poll.
Thank you. So this is our quarterly in-person meetings. Thank you, Mar, so much for circling those. And so folks had voted, yes, I want to see, our partners and get together in a space in person at least, every 2 months or so quarterly. So we're super excited. As you all have previously been with us, we did it the last in person, I believe, in Riverside over at Operation Safe House. So thank you so much, Rainbow, for hosting us there. It was lovely. It was nice. It was niche, cozy. We were able to bring folks up still virtually. So again, all this is an option for folks to be in person. But if you can only join virtually, that's always okay. And we will pull you up on the computer side, and then always ask you, can you hear us and can you see everybody in the room? So know that we still want your participation, but we do want to be in person, get that in person, get acquainted with folks, make those connections. Always great. So our next in person will be February 29th, which is when we would like to start going over that draft. I think being in person will help that process as well, right? To be able to go and collaborate with folks, right? Move some drafts around, start talking about, right, what are the things that we want to work through. And then we've previously also been hosted at Greg Center at the CFLC in Hemet. Also a really cool space. And so youth partners, please let us know what your thoughts are. But also please fill out, folks, the doodle poll that Mara will bring up. And it'll ask, go ahead, Mara, is the doodle poll to see where folks want to be hosted? And so folks usually we give the option, right? There's a Riverside location, there's locations out in the desert, and then there's CFLCs and youth opportunity centers across the county. But we thought, right, mid-county is Hemet, and so we want to maximize participation for folks, which is why we have suggested, possibly doing it at Greg Center since it is mid-county. But again, as you all vote, let us know what the preference is, and this is what Mar is going to put in the chat. Go ahead, Mar.
No, I just wanted to add, did anyone want to add other location options? These were the only three that I know off the top of my head.
Yeah, if we need, Olive Crest in Riverside also has a very large conference room where we've got a lot of room that I've already got reserved just in case we do
Oh, that's
need
right,
it.
right. Did you want me to replace Coachella Valley or is that still available?
It's still available too,
Okay.
our new site. Yeah, that's pretty
Awesome. I'll
big
put
and
both
nice and awesome, but it is the desert.
This is true. Okay, I'll go ahead and add those and then I'll send it in the chat once all the options are in. Were there any other recommendations? If not, I'll put it in the chat and then we can move on to the next item.
Okay.
Mar, do we want to take a second? I don't know if
Oh,
Rhea's
yeah.
still on to.
She's. Oh, I don't think she is.
Okay, no worries. Or Aaron.
No, Rhea and Aaron both had to get off to another meeting.
Okay, no worries. So we'll confirm with you all, but the thought process, just so that you all kind of have this, is we're hoping to maximize February 29th. Right. So if folks can make themselves available for the day, we're hoping that we can collaborate with our HUD TAs to maybe make that an on-site visit. And so we'll kind of take, advantage of the fact that we will already be there. We'll be in person, right, wherever the location that folks choose to be at. And make it a whole day training for YHGP as well. So we'll go from, and again, if you can only be there for the Yak Yab portion, that's fine. But if you're able to clear your day for that, or your schedule for that day, to work on some YHGP items, we can make it an on-site training. So our HUD TA is discussing being there the 29th, as well as the next day to be able to work with YAB. So for our YAB members and our youth partners, we'll give you all more information around that during maybe the YAB section. But if folks want to start seeing how that day looks like, that day and maybe the next. So February 29th and March 1st. Mar, do we have any more info around that?
No.
Okay.
You covered everything.
Beautiful.
All right, then we can move on to the next update.
Okay, so the next thing is the agency bed availability update. So typically the county or the other transitional housing providers do provide me with the updated vacancy list, but I asked a couple times that did not come through, so I don't have every bed availability list. So for the transitional housing program for non-minor dependents, that is for the young adults aging out of foster care off of juvenile probation. They've got pulled up the list of the providers. The vacancy list is not up to date, but I can help get you applications and get things sent to youth in that area, to keep them in the area they need to be to succeed. So this is, again, very small, narrow range, but it's just the young adults aging out of foster care or off of juvenile probation. Within Olive Crest, I potentially might have one male vacancy in Moreno Valley and one male vacancy in Riverside. They're not 100% confirmed committed yet. Other than that, I believe, Michelle, are you still on if you want to give your availability list?
Yes, I have one female in Corona, and that's close to the Norco campus. I have 3 female in Riverside and 3 male in Riverside. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other transitional housing program, the foster probation? Okay, Rainbow, did you have an update for you guys? What your bed availability is?
Sure. So this is for people that are for kids that are not aging out of the system, and that find themselves in crisis or homeless. We currently have one male availability in the City of Riverside Transitional Living Program, and then we have one Section 8 voucher unit available in the City of Riverside. For the desert, we have either 2 male or 2 female availability, depending on who, applies first, and 3 Section 8 units available. And then for emergency shelter, we are currently full.
Thank you, Rainbow. And just for CYC or anybody else that's not aware, Rainbow said for the youth who aren't, don't fall under that foster probation, Rainbow is able to assist those youth who were adopted, went into kinship, that don't qualify for that reentry. So even if the youth says something about former foster youth, Rainbow and I talk a lot, so we'll be sure that we meet the needs of them. So is there anybody else that is on that has some bed availability? We'd love to have you share that so that all the partners know that information and all the updates. Okay. None at this time. Okay, so, and I will keep working on getting that online Google Doc form updated. So, and let's see, agency bed. So Monique, next is for you for the YAB, Youth Action Board updates and recruitment information.
Nice. Thank you so much, Nikki. And I think, and we have so many YAB members on. So I don't want to put any of y'all on the spot, but if any of y'all are comfortable sharing anything that we're doing in YAB, recruitment, oh, there we go. It's Young Me. Beautiful. Young Me, if you want to go ahead and hit us with the YAB updates, what is YAB doing? Who is YAB? Are we still recruiting members? What part of the YHDP are we working on? You're welcome to share the specific working groups that you're a part of. And then if any other YAB members after have any updates as well, and then I'll just supplement after. Go ahead, Young Me. Take it away.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me okay? Or because it's lagging, sorry. So last week we discussed it, group agreements. Basically, we talked about the rules for our the program, and we reviewed timesheets and how to fill them out. Probably every the week before the end of the month. So we reviewed the YB calendars as well. And also the YB members are part of a different working group of the YHDP. So our next YB meeting is today from 3 to 5 p.m. instead of 4 to 5 p.m. as well. There will be presentations from YB members. So we will be talking about schedulings and other maybe YHDP items. And that's pretty much it. So yeah.
Thank you. Are there any other YAB members with any other YAB updates? No, beautiful. So Mar, if you can share the flyer, this is the YAB flyer as usual. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to myself, Mar, or Gershom, who you've received emails from. Or even if you're, friends with one of the other YAB members, or you're talking to a YAB member, YAB members, please feel free to connect, any other peers that want to get connected to YAB, and we're welcome to bring them up to speed. Again, folks can just scan the QR code and let us know they're interested in joining, or they can reach out to me and Mar via email, or give me a call. And like Young Me said, we do have a meeting today. Time change was so that we can include our HUD TA Isaiah and accommodate for their Eastern time schedule. And then again, we'll try to figure out that conflicting schedule between YAB meetings and educational working group meetings. And again, like YAB has said, hey, we're going to meet weekly, we're going to meet for 2 hours, we're going to do in-person meetings. Hence, Jeremy, if we could maybe utilize your center for a future meeting, that would be awesome. And then maybe we can chat offline about that schedule. But yeah, does anyone have any questions? Amir.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight that you guys are free to use the Bridge Wellness Center as a meeting space as well. If you want to reach out to coordinate what days y'all do your meetings, so I could make that open and not have any bookings from that time frame.
Beautiful. Thank you, Amir. If you can send us just any information you have around the center, or if you have time to maybe join our YAB meeting and kind of share with folks what that space looks like, what resources you all share with the community and folks, and then YAB if we want to have a discussion around meeting locations.
Okay, I could probably attend during the first hour, and then I have that education group meeting starting at 4, so I'll be leaving early.
Yeah, no worries. And you can just kind of pop in, give us, your update, and then pop off because it is a youth partner space. But no worries, we love you.
All right, thank you.
Awesome.
Monique, this is
yes.
Sonia. I have a quick announcement, if I may.
Oh, yeah. Madam
So we
Chair?
have, oh, please, sorry, I should have asked permission.
No, no worries.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. That's coming up here shortly. So go ahead.
Okay, you know what? No, I respect the agenda. I will wait. I apologize.
Of a soup Nazi, as they say, for anybody who's old like me. So I did also want to add that Melissa she's got a female bed availability at Harrison Hope in Corona. So if anybody's looking for that, you're on the phone, can't see the chats well, we do have some housing availability there. So the next thing is Lucy on the Youth Coordinated Entry System, the CES updates.
Hello, good morning. So I know you guys are used to seeing John's wonderful face, but I will be taking over as CES lead. So for the youth data, I'm just going to read off some numbers. Mara, you can go ahead. So on the community queue, we have about 60 youth. As from the youth that are connected to opportunities that are waiting outcome, we have 16. And 21 are currently rapid rehouse scoring and 39 are permanent supportive housing scoring on the queue.
Lucy, if I may inquire, for folks that are new to the space, can you give us a brief update? And again, just anything that you might want to share with us around, what is CES? What does this look like? Where do these numbers come from? Who inputs them, right? What does being on the community queue mean? What is rapid rehousing? So RRH folks is rapid rehousing. Just a little more information around, what this means for folks. And then, Madam Chair, if you'd like to have a discussion around what folks would benefit from in terms of a CES update. I'm even thinking, Lucy, maybe we can work with you with CES to see if we can also create maybe bed availability or shelter availability, and maybe like a referral process, right? If I'm an agency on the call and I have a client who's experiencing homelessness, or I have a youth that just reached out to me today, what do I do? Who do I contact? And how do I get my folks, on the community queue if that will mean a housing placement?
So wonderful questions. I am fairly new to the position. So just a little bit of grace if I can't answer all of those questions right away, but I can always, if there's a question I can't answer, feel free to drop your email in the chat and I can collaborate with John, who is just the Pandora of knowledge. So we can collaborate and get those questions answered. But yeah, so the coordinated entry system, that's the system that we use in order to place those that are referred to us that are experiencing homelessness. So they do go into a system that we utilize that from different agencies that get referred to us. And then from there, the navigator will work with them to place those individuals and along with our HMIS and our CES team, our coordinated entry system team. We do connect them to housing opportunities. So rapid rehousing, it's a type of housing that we have that is not as long-term. I know it's about 12 months, but can be extended up to 24 months. But the main purpose of that kind of housing is to get them to transition into their own independent living arrangement. So we give them that 12 to at most maybe hopefully 24 to get them on their feet and ensure that they have a solid exit plan. And that scoring the requirements for rapid rehousing is a little different than permanent supportive housing. We utilize what's called the VIS, the DAT, and that's vulnerability index. So that assessment is taken into consideration when placing the individuals in different housing opportunities. Permanent supportive housing is just exactly what it is, permanent. We do depending on what they go to, it can be a project-based voucher, it can be just case management, just internally here at Hope. And we get them going into independent living. Those again are a little higher scoring. For those, the vulnerability index scoring would be about an 8 or a 9, while rapid rehousing is 4 to 7 for single, and then family would be 4 to 8. But if there are any questions that I haven't answered and can hopefully answer for any of you, please feel free to let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
Question. Yes.
Yeah.
To request a CES training 101, yes, we can do that. If there's any agency that feels they want a little more training on what CES is, John does have a few presentations that can go through different, like what a referral process looks like, what a prioritization request can look like, and those steps that are taken from the moment they get put into the community queue to housing. So we can always go over that with any agency that would like to learn more about it. Just feel free to email me. I'm gonna put my email in the chat along with John's, and that way you can send it to both of us, and that way we can collaborate and schedule something with you all.
Thank you. And we're getting a lot of thumbs up and a lot of comments. It sounds like that training is going to be very well received. So I do want to push forward to not let us drop that thought process, because we're getting a lot of responses. So thank you for being open to do that. I think that's going to be great. The more we know, the more we can do, right? So the next item on the agenda is the member spotlight. And I looked to see if she was here, and unfortunately she's not, which is odd because Cynthia Powell's almost always in attendance. So Cynthia, I nominated Cynthia. She's one of the supervisors with the county for the transitional housing programs for the young adults aging out of foster care. She has really been aggressively trying to recruit youth for the YAB. She's been really putting a lot of pressure on her social workers to try to get the youth involved. She's been very active trying to attend a lot of the meetings for this YHDHP grant. So considering having somebody on that level step up's amazing. She and I kind of got involved with each other, kind of trying to do the reentry. So the young adults trying to do reentry. She just totally goes above and beyond outside of hours, days off work, trying to do what she can to try to help get these youth reentered if possible. So we'll have to kind of send her a little snippet of this if we can, Monique. So then the next, yeah, there we go. So the next thing is there anything that we want to put on the agenda for next month, for the next meeting? Does anybody have anything specific that they'd like to have put down?
Nikki, Greg, I know that we'll be in person for the next meeting and we'll be working on the draft of the CCP. But I mean, in working on the draft of the CCP, maybe it'll be beneficial to be informative on the CES process, right? And what our coordinated entry system looks like, to then maybe incorporate that into our CCP, right? Like whether if it's right, needing more capacity at CES or needing a different CES process, or right, updating our CS process for which youth get connected to services and housing referrals. So I don't know if that's something that folks might be interested in, and if that's something that's possible. Lucy, maybe to check with John if February 29th happens to be available for that CS training. But again, up to Madam Chair and Vice Chair.
No, I think that's great. Like I said, there was a lot of comments, a lot of thumbs up. If we can get that going right away, that would be great if we could get that on the agenda. So, but we'll probably have to check with John before we confirm that. So,
Yeah, definitely all ties hand in hand. So very, very good suggestion.
right. So, okay. Then the next thing we have on the agenda is announcements. And I immediately went to jump to Sonia. So Sonia, what would you like to do? Do you have some announcements for us?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, so I just wanted to invite, everybody on this meeting. We have our workforce development job fair coming up on Tuesday the 30th, and we've gotten a lot of traction for participants as far as employers coming out to support. So I wanted to extend that. We started doing like a public service occupation class, like a 30-minute class with the 15-minute Q&A for our general public. The class starts at 11:30. This class is going to be on organizational skills within your own, personal life, businesses, and so forth with a Monday.com affiliate that's in our backyard here out in the San Jacinto Valley. But I just wanted to share with the group that once a month, on the last Tuesday of the month, the Greater San Jacinto Chamber of Commerce and Workforce Development and, we put on this wonderful job fair that's gotten a lot of traction throughout the year in 23. And we want to continue that momentum and encourage those that are serving, our communities to come out and bring out their resources and share with us. It doesn't just have to be an employer. We do have a lot of unhoused, community that comes, and sometimes, we don't have anybody there for immediate support services, or to be able to, we find ourselves, engaging in more conversations and longer conversations because we know that there's a need. So I'd like to encourage everybody to come out and support us with that, and we'd love to see you. It's in Hemet. I can send the flyer out to the team, and they can hopefully get it out, but I think we send it out already, if I'm not mistaken.
If you could resend that, that would be great. So are you looking for vendors to try to help support some of those resources? Because I know there is one transitional housing program down there, and I can ask.
No, yes, absolutely. It doesn't have to be just specific to one. Everybody is welcome. But yes, I am asking that we, engage and or collaborate with the resources. I see a need, and I've seen it, throughout the year. But again, I just like to encourage everybody to help us and support us, and join us once a month if possible, and if time permits, of course.
Sounds
And
great.
then, yeah, if I get that information, Sonia, we can send it out to our Youth Advisory Committee and our Youth Action Board. And then
Perfect.
YAB, if Young Me, if you wanted, once we get this information, bring it back to YAB and see how YAB wants to participate.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's all.
Okay. Are there any other announcements at this time? Oh, Young Me, sorry, you have your hand up. Go, you're next.
No, I was gonna ask her if you could like text it to me, Sonia, for more information and details, please. And thank you.
Absolutely. I'll be emailing it to Ms. Monique. She'll get it out to the committees and the group. And then, yes, I will also send it. Okay. Thank you.
I will announce Olive Crest. We finally got our stuff mostly up and running out in the desert. We had our open house. Thank you, Monique, for coming down. So out in Coachella Valley, we now have a basic needs closet. We have a food pantry. We have a TAY drop-in center where youth can come in, do laundry, stuff like that by appointment. So if anybody's needing some resources out here in the desert or wants to kind of check, I know Amir, you guys were kind of wanting to kind of come check it out, so that you're wanting to do something comparable in the Moreno Valley area. Come on down. We'll walk you through a tour. Just feel free to reach out. Is there anyone else who has announcements?
Nikki, maybe just 2 reminders on our COC side. So folks in the chat, we do have the poll reminder to complete the poll for the in-person training for next month's meeting. Please let us know what location folks would prefer to travel to. And then if you haven't already joined a working group for YHGP for the coordinated community plan, that is also in the chat. Please fill that out as well. Those are our 2 reminders.
Monique, I have one more thing I just remembered.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pallet Washington, the Pallet Homes. You know how we did the Pallet Village over at Valley Restart?
Yes.
So tomorrow they are hosting almost like a display model of their latest model, I guess, for
Oh.
display. It's going to be next to the city of Riverside City Hall. And I
Oh.
have the flyer. What I'll do is I'll send it over to you as well, Monique. I'm on my way home now, so I'll make sure I get it to you.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty awesome because they're actually it's a manufacturer of pallet, and they're going to be hosting this. So they're bringing it out for our community to see. So I got invited, and I didn't know if you guys knew anything of it, but I wanted to definitely share. I just remembered.
That's awesome. Yeah, if you can please share that, and then yeah, let's figure out how we can if you're going to be there, I'll see you there tomorrow. Will, are you still on? I know Will's with the city of Riverside.
Oh yes. Mhm.
Okay, maybe Will's not on, but anyway.
Yes, I'm sorry, I
Oh,
am. Can you hear me, Monique?
I can.
Okay,
Will, sorry, not to put you on the
no
spot,
worries.
but are you going to be there as well? Is it a city of Riverside item?
That I don't have on my calendar. I do flex tomorrow, but you know, I'm a
Oh, that's
Riversidean,
right.
right? So I can be in town. I can attend as a civilian, right? As a resident,
You
I
are
should
so
say.
funny. No, you are too dedicated. No, no, no. I'll just make sure to, when we send it out, maybe I'll send you a quick email, or if you want to check in with Michelle and Andrea today, if that's
Okay.
something that, you know, they're aware of, and then to just kind of see how we can get engaged with that. But yes, I will bring it up to our admin as well and see if we can go do that. Well, if it's your flex day, you know, take that day. You more deserving than anyone. So thank you. Not
I
that none of
appreciate
y'all
you.
deserve it. You all deserve a flex day. I wish I can give you all flex days.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mm. I'll make sure to get that to you. Okay, Monique?
Awesome. Thank you, Sonia. And if you're going to be there, I'll see you mañana.
Sí, señora.
Thank you, everyone. Showing these resources and connections is amazing. It's just one way for all of us to partner for the greater good. I don't know if we have any more announcements, but I do kind of want to get on my soapbox a little. And I was very, very proud when Ree made the comment about we have like the most youth participants, the young adults on the YAB committee. And just not that. I mean, just walking around, the ones I was working with and interacting with, Young Me, you're on my group, just how vocal you guys are is what we need and is going to be the only way we're going to be able to make a difference and get this stopped. So just getting up on my soapbox, I just really think we need to pat ourselves on the back and encourage that full throttle interaction and that way that we've been going. So just had to go there. Sorry. So unless anybody has anything else, the next item on the agenda is the adjournment. And Monique, will you guys be sending out an email with the response on where the February in-person meeting is?
Yes.
Based on the results. Okay.
Yes.
Sure. I can.
So go ahead, Mark.
Do you want me to say where the vote is leaning right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So far we have 7 responses. So we'll wait for more,
Oh,
definitely.
so then do we need to take the last 10 minutes to get those
I know, I was like,
responses?
hey, I'm dropping
Folks,
it in the
there's
chat.
30 of us on here, so we should have more. So if you haven't had a chance already, or if you're like, hey, I can't access the chat, no worries. We will send it out via email along with the bed availability updates for folks. So Rainbow, if you can send me a quick email with that update of bed availability, Nikki, same. And then if anyone else needs to connect with me, who we've been discussing in the chat, please let me know. But yes, folks, please take a few minutes to to vote in the chat via the link, or we'll send it out via email and you can vote that way. And then we will send out a follow-up email letting you all know more information about the in-person meeting. And also, right, if we're going to make that in-person YAC meeting an all-day YHDP on-site training. So if folks are okay and cool with that happening, now is a good time to emoji, heart, or even down, thumbs down if you're like, no, that's too much. And that's okay. And then I do want to echo Nikki's shout out to our YAB and our youth partners. Again, right, it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot to just be in a space with older adult partners or youth partners. And so the fact that folks are able to come together, and again, YAB, reminder for everyone actually, is that the CCP does not get approved unless YAB approves it. So please, folks, as you see youth partners in the meetings, right, take every moment as a teaching moment, right? We want to build up our youth partners so that they are the folks that are running these spaces in the future as well. And I know that I couldn't have been here without, having started in YAB and having amazing mentors and youth partners who really guided me in this space. So again, mentorship is important amongst all things. So if you're interested in connecting with YAB members, or you're like, hey, I'd like to be a mentor, or feel free to reach out, let me know, and then I'll make that connection and let our YAB know as well. And YAB, feel free to say anything at any point in time in any of these meetings, or if there's something that you're like, hey, that is not right, I know that you all have seen me put transparent facilitation in the chat a lot. What that means is just being transparent, right, while we're facilitating. If you don't know something, it's okay to not know something, right? And we appreciate that. Or if you make a mistake, it's okay to say, hey, I made a mistake, or, I missed information, or, or hey, I didn't mean for that to come off that way. At the end of the day, we're all learning and we're all collaborating together, right? Everyone's doing a lot of amazing work, and there's no need to do it in silos. So thank you all so much. And Madam Chair and Greg, Vice Chair, you all have been amazing and instrumental in this process. So we're hoping to see, the fruits of that labor down in April.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So did we finally get a decent head count in Mar, or do we need to kind of hold off till people can get nested into a computer and get that vote
We
done?
did go up to 11 responses. I can say that it seems that folks are, oh, it switched. It went, we're leaning towards Hemet, the CFLC. So Greg, if you want to put in that reservation just in case, but it might switch. It's pretty close between Olive Crest Riverside and CFLC Hemet. So get your votes in.
You're talking about for the 229 meeting?
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I have to create that calendar here probably tomorrow. So
Sounds good. And then Lucy, to answer your question, it's for February.
Thank you, Mark.
No problem. And thanks to all the new folks that hopped on.
So, okay, well, thank you, everybody. We'll send out any updates if the location changed, finalize that so that there's no questions up in the air. But thank you very much. I appreciate you guys for attending, and I plan on seeing y'all in February. Good day.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.